I'm going to try to explain how it is that I do these videos just with some of the basic tools of Camtasia, that is TechSmith's Camtasia. I'm recording now and I'm looking at my PowerPoints. I can go through my PowerPoints like normal, and you'll notice that they're small on the screen with like the menu showing. That's okay because it can record only the center if you'd like. Or of course you can come down here to the corner and hit the slideshow and then do it like you're used to doing it in the classroom. So now I have a little bit of video, and here on the screen is the background showing me that I'm recording. I can pause the recording at any time, and I'm going to be able to edit it heavily later. So this is the raw footage that I'm going to be working with now. So I'm going to hit stop. When you hit stop, it automatically takes you into Camtasia Studio, which is this program here, and it allows you to work on your file, the raw file. I've copied this file over so I can work on a copy, and we can see the original if there's any reason to do so. So let's go here. I'm going to just move the timeline over and we can see what happens on the screen. You see the screen. As I mentioned, you don't need to have the zoomed in while you're recording. You can always zoom in and pan this way. I'm going to zoom in to just the PowerPoint, and I'll move myself over on the right hand side there, so you can change the size of your image and where it's located as well. And then when you play it will be there. I'm going to try to explain how it is that I do these videos just with some of the basic tools of Camtasia. Okay, let's say that we want to highlight something. I'm just going to choose something on this image right here. I'm going to take a call out, and there are lots of different call outs to choose from. I'll just take a circle here, and you can kind of see with the dots in the background that I can highlight improving bicycle routes to campus. Let's say I want to underscore something right there. Okay. Now down below it automatically gives it a time frame. That's a certain speed of drawing, and I'm going to speed it up. I'd like to have that go faster because I'm afraid that I'm going to go on to the next screen and then I'll have that circle sitting there. So let's see what it looks like. That is TechSmith's Camtasia. I'm recording now and I'm looking at... Okay, so you can draw attention to any part of the image, and of course you can go back to zoom and pan. Let me get forward to another PowerPoint here. And I'm going to zoom in then to something in the corner here. You can zoom in like that, and actually I can take my image if I'd like to zoom with my image. I can zoom in there, and then if let's say that I'm going to be talking quite a bit about this corner of the image, I can bring my face in so students have some human kind of feel to this project at that moment. Down below you can make that come in more slowly, you can make it zoom in more slowly or more quickly. Let's see how that works. I can go through my PowerPoints like normal, and you'll notice that they're small on the screen with like the menu showing. I brought myself in here. And then zoom out, back out. And put yourself back where you want to be. So it's really pretty easy. Now if you highlight a section, let's say that this was spoken too quietly, you can go to audio and volume up. Watch what happens. Volume up. It just makes it louder. Another thing you can do is, let's say that this section here was a bad take, and you put the start and the stop. It's very easy to find the actual location for the beginning and end, especially if you look at your sound file in the background, and then you hit cut, and it just cuts that section right out. Okay, and there are a number of other things you can do. Those are some of the main ones, and I'd encourage you to give it a try because it really is pretty easy. I think the Center for Teaching and Learning has this in a studio, and you can use it there. Okay. Now there's one more thing I wanted to add to this, and that is not to repeat a mistake I just made, because I didn't save the project. I exported it to an MP4, so I can no longer open it up and work on it as I had done. But if you do save the project, you'll be intact. You can come in and edit and work on it, or you can save it as I did, which is an MP4. It was a low quality MP4, but typically what I do, instead of exporting to an MP4, I export it straight to YouTube, and I found that the quality there comes up very nicely. So here's what you would do after you save your project, then you would go to File and Produce and Share. Okay, then you get this option here, and among many things is share to YouTube. This last time I think I shared to some kind of low quality MP4 because there was a flash to gray here and there in the video that I have never seen before, but I would say share to YouTube. When I try that now, it gives me an error message. I know that NEIU does not allow YouTube writing, but if you log into your own account, which I have done, you should be able to export straight to YouTube. For some reason that's not set up correctly right now, but it is possible. I've done it many times, and that's what I would recommend doing, setting it up so you can share to YouTube.